Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Sims 3 Perfect Genetics Challenge, Generation 6, Part 32. So, I recorded a whole part and found out that my audio was turned off. Of course. So, actually a lot happened. The older quads aged up and we have two new grandchildren. April had a baby, and Brian also had a baby. Did I know about her? Yeah. Okay, so April had a son named Cyrus, and Brian had a son named Oscar. We have all boy grandchildren. Hopefully that's not, you know, kind of I'm forgetting the word, but, that's not saying that's all we'll be having in the next generation. Since they only seem to be able to have male grandchildren, hoping that doesn't mean that our heir only has male children. That would stink. You guys know I prefer the girls. Also, I don't know if I have allergies, if I'm coming down with something, but my nose has been plugged up, and then it's fine, and then it's plugged up again. I am sneezing. My throat just hurts ever so slightly, just enough that I can tell. And so I don't know what's going on. I get the feeling it's allergies, but I don't know. So, yeah. We are trying for a baby since moving out. The older quads gave us a lot more room in the household. Watch, I'm going to totally shoot myself in the foot with this. I'll probably have another set of quads or something. But yeah. So, he wants the woohoo and the all-in-one. He's wanted to for a while, so we finally get to fulfill this wish for him. So yeah, because of the allergies or whatever it is, I'm coming down with, sorry about the sniffling. Also, okay, so, I recently finished reading the book After by Anna Todd, and I just watched the movie earlier today. Okay. There rarely ever do I say that a movie is better than a book. The only time I've ever actually thought that is with Ready Player One. I didn't really enjoy the book that much. I don't know, it would always take me a while to get into a groove of reading it, and then when I finally got into the groove, I would have to stop, and for some reason, and then by the time I was ready to start reading again, I don't know, I'm suddenly out of breath. I'd have to, get back in the groove of reading, and I don't know, I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the movie. But most of the time, I prefer the books. There are actually a lot of book to movie adaptations that I read / watch. I mean, I've seen, of course, all the Harry Potter. I like the books more. The Divergent series, I liked the books more. The Mortal Instruments. When the movie first came out, I thought the movie was great, but now looking back, I understand that it's not exactly. The TV show, I only ever saw, the first half of the first season. But that was pretty good. Ooh, we pregnant. Okay. That was good. I liked Warm Bodies a lot, by Isaac Marion. I think I might go with liking the movie more than the book on that one. But rarely ever is that how it works for me. So I wasn't planning on liking the movie more than the book, and that's how it worked out. I didn't like the movie more than the book. The book was a lot bigger than I was thinking it was going to be. I was kind of expecting more of a 350-page book, and I got I think it was like literally maybe like 490 pages or something like that. So it was a little bit bigger than I was thinking it would be. And I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's a little repetitive. I won't spoil anything for anyone who's reading it. It was a little more explicit than I was thinking it would be. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I've read books with passion scenes in them before. There are a lot of books like that anymore. I mean, I feel like there's always something that entails having, basically including that kind of stuff, whether it be a song, a movie, doesn't really seem to matter anymore. But the book was a little more explicit than I was thinking it would be. So every time one of the passion scenes came along, if I didn't just skip over it altogether, I was like bright red and trying to read through it as fast as I could and just not focus on anything it was saying. Because it was making me uncomfortable. Again, wasn't expecting it to be that explicit. And I mean, actually, it could have been a lot worse, but there was still some, like, Hardin doesn't have much of a filter. And he understands that when he talks dirty, it gets to Tessa. But it was honestly, it was rather repetitive for a while. Like, they would fight, and then, you know, they'd be I wouldn't want to say necessarily together, but like where Hardin would be around her for a while, and then they, normally it was Hardin saying something to piss her off, or she'd be like, well, she'd want to know where he was going. Like, if he was leaving, he'd just suddenly up and leave. She's like, well, where are you going? He's like, it's none of your business. Like, I don't know. I have to say the British accent because he's British. But, it's none of your business. It doesn't matter. Like, just... He was constantly telling him, mind your own business. There's a lot more yelling and screaming at each other in the book than there is in the movie. And I understand, like, again, it was a big book. I knew there was going to be stuff that would get cut out. But I didn't realize exactly how much they were going to cut out. They cut out a bunch of stuff. Even though I still liked it, I'll totally watch it again. Don't get me wrong, I'll totally watch it again. When it comes out on DVD, I'll be sure to purchase it. There was a lot of difference. Like, the characters they acted completely, like, honestly, really different. Like, Tessa's mom, when she finds out that Tessa's been spending a lot of time with Hardin, she gets really pissed. Well, in the book, she's basically like, yep, I don't, if this is your choice, then, don't come crying to me when he breaks your heart. And, I mean, it's the same thing in the movie. But she's like, don't come crying to me when he breaks your heart. But, like, I don't know, like, she acts different. Hardin is a lot calmer. He's not nearly as angry and screaming. You didn't see nearly as much of his dad and Karen, so Ken and Karen. I'm gonna be honest, I was not expecting Landon to be African American. I could have sworn he was white. I don't really know how else to put it in the book. And not that it doesn't, I personally don't care. It's just, like, I wasn't expecting that. We didn't meet his girlfriend, which I was kind of hoping. Noah didn't look like how I was expecting him to look. I don't know, I was honestly expecting more of, like, always wearing, like, the shirt and tie kind of thing with a sweater, almost looking like Spencer Reed. Not really. Tristan was a boy in the book. Again, I don't really care that Tristan was turned into a girl. I think, was that Pia Mia? Because I know that a song was released with the movie called Bitter Love. I've listened to it, by the way. It is amazing. But it's by Pia Mia. Is Tristan Pia Mia? Because they say that, like, she guest starred in it. And I want to say yes. But I honestly don't know. I need to look it up. But really good. And then I was actually out of town yesterday. I don't have a Barnes & Noble where I live. The closest one is, like, a little over an hour away. But I was out of town for my brother had a soccer tournament. And I wasn't working for once. So I went with them. And I went to Barnes & Noble and I bought the rest of the series. I bought all 4 other books. Because there's After We Collided, After We Fell, After Ever Happily. I think that's just her, switching around happily ever after or something. And then there's Before, which is actually... Okay, so I thought of it at first as like, okay, so it's kind of like a prequel kind of thing, but then I'm not sure, because it says it's the, before Hardin met Tessa, then it was like during his relationship, if you want to call it, with Tessa, and then it was after his relationship. And then it has like all the friends, so like, I don't like calling Molly a friend. Molly does nothing but undermine people, but when it had Molly, it had, yes, Ellie, it had Zed and Steph, and if you haven't read the book and the movie, you have no clue what I'm talking and rambling about, but, I didn't mean to delete that, but, ooh, guys, book is fantastic. I totally recommend the book. They moved really fast in the book. And Tessa acknowledges that, and she's like, this is going to come back and bite me in the butt. Kind of does. I'm going to be honest, it does. It totally comes back and bites her in the butt. In the movie, though, they moved even faster. It was almost choppy. What is this? A cheese Danish. Where did we get a cheese Danish? L. Hush, hon. Hawoo. So, I don't know where that just went. I have, I decided to pick up a bag of, like, the s'mores, not graham crackers, but s'mores goldfish. I love s'mores flavored things. And I have an open bag of that on my desk right now. So I tossed her one of the graham cracker fishes. Yeah, the movie was almost choppy. That there was honestly like so much that they skipped. It was just from like one important event. I think it was more of like all the important highlights in the relationship, but it felt almost like, a collage. Like, this is an important thing that happened here. This is an important thing that happened here and here. Hardin isn't, again, Allie George. Well, I just dropped my controller. Hardin isn't nearly as angry. I gotta say, so, like, the guy that plays him, his name is Hero. And I honestly don't remember his last name. He's got a hyphenated last name, and he has 2 middle names. I was watching some kind of, like, interview, and he's like, oh, yeah, my middle name is Hero, ... And then he goes, thanks, Mom and Dad. And then I didn't realize Tessa, I think she's Australian. She sounded a little more Australian than British. But, yeah, I don't even remember what I was going to say with, like, Hero. I don't know. It was good. I totally recommend the book. The movie wasn't bad. So if you like the book, I still recommend the movie. Honestly, a lot of reviews say it's like just pure cliche, because I think that is part of the reason of them just cutting out as much as they did. The director has stated that a number that After We Collided is in the works, which I'm curious to see how they make that work out, because then they're going to have some explaining to do to make up for what they left out in this book. Like, Hardin has nightmares. They didn't even bother mentioning the nightmares in the movie. Like, there are these crippling nightmares for him. I won't explain what about or what he does for him, but just letting you know he has nightmares. And I don't know if they're just going to completely ignore that he has these nightmares. I guess you could even call them night terrors. But he does. So, I don't know what her problem is either. So, yeah, I if you can't tell, like, I honestly adore the book and movie. Especially the book. Book is amazing. I had Emmy. I had my foster puppy back. My other foster puppy, Lily, she has been adopted. I was hoping my coworker was going to take her, but that did not work out. And honestly, I should have known it wouldn't. Coworker's not the most responsible person, but I was still hoping. Ellie George, no. It's funny, but honestly really irritating at the same time that she won't shut up. But yeah, Lil got adopted. I don't know who adopted her. They kept her Lily. I mean, technically her name's Yale. But if they renamed her something else, if they kept her as Yale, I asked the woman in charge of volunteers at the shelter if she would mind contacting them and offering that, her foster family would like to stay in touch. I haven't heard back from her about that. No. I haven't heard back. So I'm not sure. I mean, I would love it. But we had M last night, so we picked her up on our way back into town, and I had her last night. Oh my gosh, guys. She honestly hasn't gotten that big from when I last saw her, but she's losing her puppy fluff, and she's getting, I don't really know how to explain it, because she's kind of filling out into, she doesn't just look like a little ball of fluff. She's looking more and more, like certain type of dog. So, here, just come, if you come smell this, will that shut you up? We're just gonna look at it. Okay. Ellie doesn't know it yet, but she's getting a bath here. After I'm done recording this part. Which I know she'll love. Who's writing this? Garnet, isn't it? So the GJ effect. Aubrey finished a painting. Yeah, it was good to see Em again. And then her new family comes to pick her up this morning. And they have 2 girls, and the oldest was with them. Well, it was the mom and the oldest daughter. And see, Emmy had me up at about 6. I wasn't ready to get up yet. My dad was already awake. He gets up really early. And so I'm like, Ellie George, no. So I took her downstairs with my dad, and I went back upstairs and honestly went to bed. About 10 o'clock, I hear talking from outside my window, and she and the mom and the daughter had come to pick up Em. So I go downstairs and I go outside because I can't believe they were going to let her leave without me saying goodbye. And, I'm messing with Em. And the daughter comes up and she goes, so did you, spend the night here or something? I'm like, what? She's like, did you spend the night? I live here. I don't know if they just, thought that I've been there the few times because I was... Ellie George, knock it off. Because I was the shelter connection. Or if they think I'm a college student. I don't know. I'm going to come over there and bop you on the nose. I was going to say smack. I don't like to smack my dog. But I'm going to come over there and bop you. And you're not going to like it. No. So, I was really hoping Emmy was getting to the point of sleeping all through the night, but nope, that was not the case. I was up with her like 3 times last night. She still ended up peeing on my bed. This huge puddle at the foot of my bed that I honestly forgot about, and so I'll need to change the sheets tomorrow when I'm at school or something. I don't know, guys. Hey, but my other channel is now up and running. I have the first 2 parts of the Let's Play I'm starting that have been posted. So that's exciting. Sorry, I have a cup. An empty cup. Yeah, honestly, all I really want to talk about right now is After and the book and the movie, and just kind of obsess over it with somebody, but I don't know anyone who has read the book and has watched the movie, because I was actually supposed to go see it, like, I don't think it was last Saturday, I think it was the Saturday before, like the Saturday after it first came out. I was supposed to go see it with, actually, the coworker that was going to adopt Lily. But that didn't end up happening. She had to cancel on me, and so I didn't get to see it. And see, they didn't play it here at the theater I have in town, because we used to have 2. We had one in our mall, and then just another one that was, all by itself. Well, the one in the mall recently closed, and so that took away, like, a lot of, like, places to put movies. So they had to limit what movies we can play at the one we have left in town. And I totally understand, we're going to have more of the kid-friendly stuff, and okay, I get it. So we have one, there's another theater in a town about 20 minutes away, and I was going to go there. Well, didn't even have it there. So, though they did, but now they don't. Not anymore. They had it there for a few days, and they stopped playing it. Ellie George! Goodness. So my brother was playing in his soccer tournament yesterday. It was right next to a really big theater. So I went next door to the theater and watched it there. So all by myself, but it's okay. I'm used to being alone. It's okay. It doesn't bother me that no one ever wants to hang out with me anymore, because I'm in a theater watching a cliche romance movie, and my friends are all at prom. Because prom was last night, but yeah. So my school has it that, honestly, any of the grades can go to prom, but, like, the lower grades have to pay extra. So freshman and sophomore, Ellie George! I know my timer's gone off. I'm doing this to myself now, but the freshmen and sophomores have to pay, like, an extra $10 or so if they want to go. And then the juniors and seniors. So my friends decided to go to prom last night, and I was all by myself in a theater watching a cliche romance movie. Because that's what I do. I'm always alone. It's okay. Anyways, so actually I'll go ahead and end this part here. Ellie's not happy with me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see. Ellie is doing my outro for me. Right? Yeah. I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys.